The first thing we're going to be doing is working with the time scale. And the time scale here is in quarters and months. And we are going to change it. So we're going to double click and we're going to put the bottom time scale in days, and we're going to put the middle time scale in weeks, and we're going to click OK. So now you are able to see the Saturdays and Sundays, and this is what we wanted to do because we wanted to change or to format the non-working days. So again, we will double click and the box appears, and we are going to non-working day, and we are going to change the color from what it is now. Look at it, it's gray, just so that you could see it clearly. I'm now going to change it to a kind of burnt orange or something like that, and you realize Saturday and Sunday is coded in the particular color. I want to revert it because I just did this for demonstration, so I want to revert it. So that is how you could format non-working days. But I want to show you also how you can add things to the time scale. So if I wanted to add finalized design to the time scale, I would right click on it and go add to time scale, and it's here. So I can see this. If it's an important day or important task that we want to remember, we can add the things to the time scale. So that is what we're doing right now with time scale. All right, while we are here, we can do one more thing. For instance, you realize that the bar chart is going across the non-working day. We can double click again and we can go back into non-working time, and we could say in front of instead of behind the task, and we can click OK. And you realize you're not seeing the bar chart running across the non-working day. All right. Now, what else could we do here? We can go into format because we're going right through. We go into text styles. And for instance, if we want to have, like, for instance, our summary task, we want them in big and bold, and we want them in another color. We can go and look for summary tasks. Here, we get summary tasks. We can look for color. Now, it's on automatic, but we can say, for instance, let's put the background pattern like this, and the background and the color, we're going to put a black color. All right, so you see how it was looking here, and we want it a little bigger, so we can change the font, and we click OK, and you realize that you are seeing the summary task like that. And we can do any kind of task. If, for instance, we wanted to put a different color in the milestone task, we can just go into task styles, and we are looking here for milestone task, and we are saying, for instance, we want our milestone task, the color we want it red. All right, so we click OK, and you have all your milestone tasks colored red. So that is all we're going to be doing for text styles. But what about our Gantt chart area? Now I want to change back this time scale, so I'm going to double click, and I am going to put the bottom, I'm going to put it in weeks, and I'm going to put the middle in months. All right, but because I wanted to see more of the actual Gantt chart. So we're going into bar styles format. We're going into bar styles, and we're bringing up this dialog box. And what we are concentrating now is the bars. All right, we're not going to be, no, let's just start with the text. Right now we have resource names, but those are so big. Suppose we don't want resource names, but we just want resource initials. You go to the end and you are looking for resource initials. So that resource initials, and you click OK, and you realize you just have resource initials. And we want text again. We have the resource initials, but suppose we want the name of the task, and we want it on the left. So we get to name, and you can put any of these things. I'm just showing you where you can go to get information to put on your Gantt chart. So you want the name. and you click OK, and you realize the name is appearing. Now you may want, let us go back again to the what if we want percentage complete? We're back in styles and we want percentage complete at the top or something like that. Percentage complete. You click OK and you get in the percentage complete. So these are just some of the things you can do in terms of formatting. The last thing we want to do here is to actually see the critical part in a different color. So you're going into view, entire project. All right, and we want to change to show the critical task. So then we can go into view. We're going to Gantt chart format. We look at it here, you're not seeing the colors, but when we create critical task, you realize all the tasks on the critical part is now colored. So this is all we had to do with respect to formatting. Now we may want to print. So we're going to file and you're going to print and you realize this is what is coming up. You're not, it's 3 pages and you're not seeing the whole project. So what we may have to do is to go into page setup and we're going to put fit to 1. We are going to try to get it to fit and we click OK and you realize you're seeing the whole project. All right, and it's on 1 page instead of 3 pages. And then you can click print, go back into page setup and show you that there are other adjustments you can make. You can put the header, you can put the foot, you can put a legend, you can check the margins. There are a lot of things you can do. You can decide what goes on which and those kind of things.